This video will show you how to replace the inside door handle on a Chrysler 300. This will be mounted to your front door. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. To be able to gain access, we're going to start removing the door panel. To do that, we're starting behind the inside door handle. Now looking in and behind the handle itself, you're going to find a small plastic trap door. You can use a small pick or a small screwdriver to dislodge that trap door. Behind it, there's a Phillips head screw. Go ahead and remove it. A thorough inspection of all mounting hardware as we continue on. Now that we have that mounting screw out of there, we're making our way down underneath where our door grab handle is. If you are looking down in here, typically you're going to find another plastic trim panel. Ours is actually missing. Either way, just behind it, you're going to find a Phillips head screw. Now we're done along the center of the door panel. Let's make our way towards the outer edge. Looking along the door panel, you're going to find that you have several plastic push clips to be removed. A note about this, we are not dislodging the upper housing here. We're only going down along this area, down and around to the far side. You're going to find several push clips, and you'll also find some more Phillips head screws. Now, as far as these push clips, as I mentioned, we are starting here and making our way down. We're not doing this one and making our way up. These push clips press in on the center. That will unlock it. After you have it unlocked, you can either make your way underneath the clip itself or behind the panel and start separating it from the door. Now at this point, we need to reset our push clip. So I'm just going to take this and I'm lightly pushing it into the unlocked position. We can see our tab pushing out just like that. When we go to insert this, we will be pressing in on the outer portion and locking it in with the center. Let's continue on. Now we're making our way underneath the door panel here. We have 3 Phillips head screws. We have another Phillips head on the far side and another push clip. We got this one over here. All the hardware on the bottom's done. Phillips head screw in this corner right here. And a push clip just up in this area. We're still on the gray area of the panel, not on this black portion. This one's stuck in place. There we go. Unlocked position. We'll take hold of the door panel and we're going to have to carefully pull it away along the bottom and lift it straight up. Now when we pull it away, we're focusing along the top. We have our door lock knob, but we're also going to find that we have wiring harnesses leading to each one of our switches, and we have some cables for the inside door handle. Let's be aware of all this so we do not cause any damage. Let's have a look along the back side. Now we're going to start by dislodging our rod from the inside door handle first. For this, you're going to find you have a locking tab. We're going to carefully hold onto the rod, press the locking tab away. It just has this hooked end. Now once you have that slid far enough away, we're going to take that rod and we'll lift it straight up and out of there. A quick inspection of the rod, there really shouldn't be too much to see here unless it's rusted, rotted, or damaged. Aside from that, the inside door handle, just make sure that's not damaged as well. We're making our way down to some electrical connectors next. Now as far as these electrical connectors, each one of them is going to have its own locking tab. You just need to find the locking tab, squeeze it in, and pull it out of place. There's one right there. Making our way along. More locking tabs. Let's see if we can get this one. This one's a little harder. It's tucked up in there. Now we have 2 more electrical connectors as we make our way down. This one has a different type of locking tab. You're going to have a small prying device. Pull up on that locking tab and pull out on the electrical connector at the same time. Trying not to break the tab on me. There we are. That looks good. All the way down at the bottom. We should be able to pry this out of place. You can use a trim tool, pocket screwdriver, whatever you have. We have a locking tab down here. Press that in and pull that out of place as well. We're looking along the back side of the door panel, and we can see where our inside door handle is. This is where that rod was. Now here, you're going to find that you have 3 T20 Torx screws to be removed. This also has several locking tabs that we'll have to dislodge once we've removed those screws. Now that we have all those screws out, it's time for our locking tabs. As far as these are concerned, fairly simply, just use a small screwdriver or pick, make your way in between the locking tab and the door panel, gently pry. Now I'm applying pressure. I'm attempting to press this out and away. We don't want too much pressure and cause any damage here. We just need to work it out of position. There we are. Now as you can see, by dislodging the lower portion, the upper portion came out as well. Let's continue rolling this out of position here. We need to get this out of the door panel. There it is, friend. Let's have a close look at our door panel. We need to make sure we clean and inspect it. I'm just using a clean rag. We don't want to use any parts cleaner of any sort, which could potentially cause damage. This is still in good usable order. Let's go ahead and start installing that handle. Now, as far as the installation of this handle, obviously we want to come through from this side of the panel. We're going to start by bringing the hooked end inside of this area. We'll roll the rest in. There we are. Now I am going to press this in, but let's have a look from the back side. Now along this side, we can see where we should have our 4 locking tabs. We need to make sure they're aligned. We can help the alignment process using a small screwdriver or small pick if necessary. Just sliding it in here. 1, 2, 3, 4 locking tabs are properly set. Now it's time for all 3 of our mounting screws. Now for this, we're going to start in all 3 of our mounting screws. Once they're all started in, we can snug them up. Keep in mind, when tightening these, you are only screwing into plastic. Do not over-tighten and strip anything. This is looking good. Let's prepare to install that door panel. Now it's time to install the door panel. We're starting with our electrical wiring harnesses all the way down at the bottom. Let's make sure that we plug this in, line it up, just press it in. Secure that wiring harness. You can use a wire tie if that's damaged in any way. Let's continue on. Next connector down here. We're making our way to the window switch and our mirror switch next. Let's continue up to our window switch next. We have some electrical connectors here. Audible click from that. Making our way over. The electrical connector for our mirror switch. Now we have the rod for our inside door handle. We're going to bring that all the way over to this area and make sure we lock it in, of course. Now, as far as installing the door panel itself, we have to make sure that we bring the door lock knob up and through its corresponding port. And now we'll take the door panel, we're bringing it over towards the door. We need to have everything properly aligned so we can press it up against the door, continue on with our push clips and our mounting screws. Just a couple light taps on that. We can see that this is aligned. Let's make our way to that hardware. As far as these push clips, we're driving in the outer portion first, locking them in with the center. Just press it so it's flush. Three Phillips heads down along the bottom area. Make our way up around that corner there, another Phillips head screw. We have our plastic push clip right up in this top area. Now we're making our way underneath the grab handle here for our Phillips head screw, and we should have that plastic trap door. You know our trap door is broken on this vehicle. Once you have the screw in, just go ahead and put on your plastic cover. Let's move up behind our inside door handle. Our mounting screw here. To test the inside door handle, the way I like to do it prior to shutting the door is I'm going to use a Phillips head screwdriver as the striker on the body of the vehicle. I'm going to pretend I'm shutting the door. This would be pressing in like this, and at this point the door latch thinks that it's in the shut position. Now I'm applying pressure towards the door panel. I'm going to pull on the inside door handle with it in the unlocked position. This should release. Test it again. Perfect. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.